what's up? My name is Aaron LeBauer with LeBauer Consulting in the Cash PT Nation. And what I'm going to talk about today is working for patients, having babies while you're starting, and internet trolls. So I work for my patients, not insurance companies. But this is the deal, is that I'm going to bring the internet trolls in, even though I was going to talk to them. I've had internet trolls tell me that cash-based physical therapy is unethical. Like, what's unethical about it? To me, what's unethical is someone in Iowa deciding whether my patient gets physical therapy or not. To me, that's unethical. Someone who's not a healthcare provider who looks and says, you know what, you just can't do 2 units of manual therapy to that patient. We're just not going to pay. Or when the patient even calls and says, I want to file a claim, and they say, oh, well, we're not going to pay. Like, that's unethical. So I work for patients. I contract with my patients. My patients pay me directly, and I market directly to patients. I have their best interests in mind. That's all I've ever wanted to do. That's all I've ever been taught. That's what my dad, who's a physician, has taught me forever. You know, like, do what's right for the patients, and everything is going to be fine. You'll get the money that you need if you do what's right for patients first. There's one thing that I've learned from him. It's that, and that got ingrained into me over and over and over again. Even when he'd come home at 8:30 at night, shoot 10 baskets in a row, give me the basketball back, go and eat dinner standing up, and go back to the emergency room. Do what's right for patients. He did that to a fault. Hopefully I'm not doing that with my kids. However, he taught me to do what's right for patients. That's all I've ever done. That's what I think this model does. It's not about cash, it's not about insurance, it's about doing what's right for our patients, contracting with them directly so that they know exactly what they're going to get because they're getting it directly from me. Well, the more you put yourself out in public, the more internet trolls you're going to have, the more people you just have to ignore and get a thick skin, delete and block, blow them out of your groups, delete and block, blow them out, get them out of there, ignore it. Some comments, even though they're negative, they boost your post reach. You can just, hey, thank you for the comment, and then just boost your post reach. So if it's inappropriate, delete and block. If they're really bad, delete and block. If it's just 1 or 2 negative ones, don't worry about it because good press or bad press, they're all press. It's all good coverage. You know, it's all helping you. It's just like in The Greatest Showman, you know, P.T. Barnum was talking to the reporter at the end. The reporter says, you know, I really liked what you're doing, and Barnum's basically like, that's okay, good press or bad press, you know, I did pretty well. Okay, the other thing is, someone posted about having a baby when they were starting. And you know what, I didn't personally have a baby, my wife had the baby. But I started my cash-based practice right out of PT school without a safety net other than get another job. And my wife was the primary, you know, breadwinner while I was in PT school. I graduated in December. She did yoga, massage through February. I started LeBauer PT February 1. She stopped doing, I think, one of them, yoga, I think massage, about a month early. And then by March, she had stopped altogether. Like, so in February, I basically was on my own, other than she was working like, you know, 4 or 5 hours a week at that point. And March 1st, I was the sole breadwinner, and we had our baby on April 4th. So it can definitely be done. You know, I know if you're a woman and you actually have the baby, you have to take some time away. But even just doing a webinar with Christine Walker, she was on bed rest for a few months or a few weeks. I mean, it was a long time for both of her babies. And what she did is she couldn't treat patients. She was working on her business, working on developing her website that attracts tons of brand new patients from the internet. So there's always the positive thing. And if you're sick, if you have a baby, if you have other things going on and you can't actually treat patients, there's always something you can work on to better yourself, to grow your business. So this is what I did. My shift was, you know, I'd come home from work, 5 o'clock, hang with the baby. My wife would take a nap. Or she'd take a nap, or she'd go to bed at like 7, you know, or 6:30. And then she was up, and then it was me until like she would feed at 10, and then I had like 12 to 2. So I was basically with the baby until 2. And during that time, what I do, I sat at my computer, I worked on my websites, I worked on my email campaigns. I was just hustling and grinding while holding the baby in one hand or having the baby sleeping in the crib or the somewhere else in the den while I was sitting on my computer doing work. And then I'd sleep, for my 5 hours, and then wake up early in the morning and let her sleep and then go to work. And I don't know, it's been 9 years. I can't remember the exact schedule. And you start fading that stuff out, like the reality of it all. But that's awesome. And if you're a woman, a solo entrepreneur, even a single mom, like, dude, and you're rocking a business, dude, big props to you, fist bumps, knuckles, because that's intense. Like, I've got an amazing wife, and we tag team this thing, and it is so difficult that everyone's reality becomes the hard things. But I want to give you guys all a shout out because that's really, really awesome. So I just want to remind you guys, I am Cash PT. I think you are Cash PT too. If you work for patients and not insurance companies, you are Cash PT. You are part of the Cash PT Nation. Always do what's right for your patients. Internet trolls, ignore them, get a thick skin, don't engage, boot them. Explode them, from your life. Get them out. It's just the hit, it's just the delete, block. You don't have to do the report thing, just delete and block. They're gone. And if you've got things, if you have something in life that you feel like, oh, this might get in the way of me starting a business, don't let it, because you actually don't have to let it get in your way. It can just be an addition, it can be strength, it can be ammunition, it can be part of your story, because your story is powerful, and if you share your story with people, they're gonna, love, know, and trust you, and want to do business with you.